I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land that we've been working on, the Worimi and the Wabiko people.
We're planting a whole bunch of 400 plants, 400 local native plants to finish off a project funded by the Australian Government. 25 years Landcare grant, working on a project that Trees in Newcastle have been working on for 10 years or more, doing a whole bunch of things to change a degraded gully into a native oasis. Lots of opportunities for local native plants to grow and local fauna that survives on and off and around the native plants. So it's all going really well.
Basically, we weren't a high chemical use project. With the resources we had and the amount of people we had to make a decision on how to control the buffalo and the cooch that were on the smaller plants, suppressing them.
The other interesting thing about this project is, the working out priorities, because, we've had endless discussions about, what do you need to deal with first? What's the most important thing to work on? It just changes all the time, and just learn so much because there are so many challenges that it's really hard to work out what the priorities are.
We've had a core group between 7 and 8. We had a really good group of 3 students in the beginning of the project, which helped us work out the parameters and the photo points. We did some experimental work, which was really exciting in the beginning, and everyone really enjoyed that, students and the volunteers alike.
It provided practical field experience, basically, and we were able to sort of link in elements of our studies, like our theory studies, with the work that was being carried out at the site. So a lot of the mapping kind of work, like doing the photo points, and to record the changes of a site over time. It's important that those photo points are always taken from the same location or the same site, so using a GPS unit, and from the same angles, just to get the most accurate recording. We can see changes in the vegetation, in the new plantings that we've put in, as well as also the weed control strategies that we've put in place.
Some of the various poisoning methods kind of helped. I think it was just continually knocking it back. The hand removal, I think, worked a bit, but it's one of those things that takes a lot of repeated effort to come back and just keep getting it.
So this was a weed control trial that we did using sheets of black plastic as well as clear plastic, basically revolved around solarising the weeds, and the hydrocotyl was the target weed. Hydrocotyl under the clear plastic grew like it was in a hothouse. Black plastic, it did actually knock it back, but we were still finding that the runners were still alive under the ground. We
came to this site really not wanting to use chemicals, haven't been able to repair in time, leaving the site sprayed, slashed for a month before planting, and that's just time-wise impossible. So we've always been behind the 8 ball as far as controlling exotic grasses and hypercotyl. The first planting was becoming so overgrown with the buffalo grass and kikuyu, you couldn't see the plants. So it was a decision I made to put cones over each individual plant and glyphosate in between, and it's worked. For actually, the slashing has helped us a lot in this bottom bit, better than I would have anticipated. The buffalo grass down there was way up to my hip, very spongy, very dangerous, which is why the council couldn't get in there to mow, and I can see why. That has really responded, so all that's happened down there has been continuous slashing, one lot of spraying, and then we planted.
I've been trying to create a margin where the new plantings can seamlessly kind of grow into the existing plantings, and just follows on with the Bradley method of going from the good to the bad. So you try and expand the healthy bush and just extend its margins. So Landcare is connecting with the earth and listening to what it's got to say.
Landcare for me is about land regeneration, community involvement, taking ownership of the land and these areas that we live in, and contributing, I guess, to rehabilitating it.
It's a nice feeling to think that you're going to change the landscape and make it a bit better.
Well, to plant some more trees, we need them to breathe, I guess, so the more the better.
Landcare to me is just giving back to the environment, part of what the environment gives to all of us, and it's a lovely place to enjoy the outdoors.
Landcare is looking after the land we're on so that it continues to live.
Landcare is exactly what it says. It's land care. It's caring for the land. Landcare gives us that hope.